Hello truckers, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. We are in Phoenix, Arizona, and I got myself a load going to New Mexico to start the day. And I don't know what it is lately, but it seems like every time I wake up, it is raining out. I'm not sure what the game's trying to tell me. Don't wake up at 6 a.m. because it's always raining lately. Not too sure. See how today goes. It's been working fine for quite a while, but my track IR system seems to be a little haywire today. I'm not too sure what it is. Sometimes I wonder, because with the headset I wear, I have like RGB lights on the side of the headset. And I think sometimes it picks up those and it makes my headset maybe a little bit wonky. But we got ourselves a load. Again, we're in Phoenix, Arizona. It's a Sunday in-game. Not that that matters too much. And there goes my track IR system again, just going a little haywire. So this could be a little bit interesting if all of a sudden my camera just yanks away or something like that. I have no idea what this thing is doing. Anywho, we'll see if we can get going here. Maybe there's a light off on my track IR set. That could be what's going on. No, it looks like they're all fine and dandy. Alright. Well, anyways, let's get on the road. Hello, Jay and John. Hope you guys are having a good Thursday so far. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong. I look to the right and it actually looks to the left. I look to the left and looks to the right. Kind of backwards of what I'm doing here. Alright, anywho, we'll get on the road. 3 miles, 7 minutes to get to where we need to go. I got a full tank of fuel. So we should be all set there. Might want to turn on my wipers. I was trying to get a load going to Texas, and I couldn't find anything. It's like Texas doesn't exist. Hopefully this rain does not last. Oh, yep, there goes my track IR. Oh boy, this is gonna be rough if I gotta deal with this today. Why? Why? It was working fine for the first half hour today. I was testing it out to make sure. And it was working fine. And now that I start the stream, I'm getting all this weird stuff. Why? Just why? Just work. Just work. I mean, as long as I don't run into anything, I'm good. So they say. Maybe it's the lightning in game. A tow truck with hazard lights on. Don't think I've seen that before. Oops, speed limit is not that fast. And we are arriving in here. It is an external contract that I'm doing to start the day. I think the front end is over here. Hello, Skynet. Welcome. Somewhere it should hitch up in here. There we go. Buckle on up. So where am I exactly going? Because I don't remember. I know it's New Mexico. Albuquerque. So we're headed on our way to Albuquerque. Oh, and how much does this thing weigh? 78,000. So it's not... I mean, yeah, it's on the heavy side, but as considered as heavy loads, it's not that heavy. So I kind of want to get down maybe towards Texas, because it's been a while since I've been in Texas. Guy in the post office is standing outside in the rain. Anyone coming, Cindy? She said no, so we're good. So it's a wheel loader or a bucket loader? What are they calling it? Wheel loader. 502 miles. Should be there about mid-afternoon. At least I get to kind of try out my tires in the rain, which I really haven't had a chance to yet, since I've swapped out tires a while ago. As for the money, well, we're saving up for another garage so we can buy some trucks. I think the St. Louis garage is full. We have to double check that. But I do believe the St. Louis garage is full. Alright, gonna get on the I-17 northbound apparently. Looks like no one's coming up the interstate. So we'll merge out there as soon as we can. Watch for wildfires. Well, it's kind of hard to have a wildfire during the rain. Well, sometimes it is. Oh good, the rain stopped. So yeah, we are in Phoenix, Arizona, or were. We're now leaving Phoenix, Arizona. On our way to Albuquerque. I did mention this earlier in a stream this week. I think it was I was on Dark Force and Farm Sim 25. But in case you haven't logged into ATS for a while, the Cruising Missouri event has been completed by the community. So if you have a World of Trucks profile, you may want to go ahead and claim your prize. Of course, you got until June 8th, I do believe, to do so. Let's get up to speed here as much as we can. We know what happens. As soon as I get up to speed, there'll be a way station I gotta deal with, and then I'll have to do it all over again. Hello, Bob. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Thursday. I really just want to get down into Texas today if we can. Just a matter of finding loads that go there. I was even trying to find a regular trailer to deliver even into New Mexico, but the only thing I could find even going into New Mexico were articulated trailers, which means when we deliver this, it's just going to be kind of just line it up, pull on in and drop off. It's not a backing up kind of delivery. Not sure why I couldn't find anything going to Texas or really New Mexico out of Arizona. Seems kind of odd. We got some drivers bringing in the cash, which is nice. Maybe we'll get enough in the bank account today where we could buy a garage. But I don't think, if we get enough where I can buy a garage and a truck today, I'd be shocked about that. Finally getting back up to speed. Although I am catching on traffic, which seems kind of odd. Why is everyone slowing down that much? Why is that truck going that slow? Don't know. So recently, in case you've missed the last couple of episodes or streams, we just basically went down the west coast of the USA. We were up in Washington, went down the coast into California, then we zipped on up into the southern part of Utah before we headed down to Phoenix, Arizona. So kind of like just doing the outside border of the US currently. Maybe eventually we'll get ourselves back up into Missouri. It's been, boy, it seems like, some ways it just seems like yesterday Missouri came out, but then when you think about it, it's been almost a month, or at least a month at this point. I think I need $150,000 to buy a garage with the Realistic Economy mod running. Where will I buy a garage? Well, that's a good question. We're kind of shooting to buy one in every state at this point. I think the Pacific Northwest might be a good spot to put one. I don't think I got any garages up in that general area. Albuquerque. Already give me a sign for Albuquerque, and I'm like 400 miles out. How much am I getting for this delivery? $22.85. It's not too bad for like 3/4 a day of work. Albuquerque. Bob, we are hauling a wheel loader, a Volvo wheel loader that weighs 78,000 pounds. So, I mean, it's a heavier load, but it's not heavy. West Virginia, what mod are you using for the West Virginia state? Are you using the coast to coast? Shouldn't have to re-download ATS for that. Shouldn't have to re-download ATS for any type of mod. It's the mod that should be converted for the game. Alright, we'll reset cruise control. Again, external contract, I can only do 65 max. Yeah, I'm going to start doing a lot more, when I have been, just mostly external contracts. Slowly trying to get my next, I only got 2 achievements on my World of Truck profile I really need to do. One of them, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe I'll get there someday. But one of them, and it both have to do with external contracts. One's called Drive Distance to the Moon or Driving to the Moon. I'm about more than halfway to the moon in driving distance. As for driving a million, I can't remember if it's 1,000,000 miles or 1,000,000 kilometers doing external contracts. That's quite a bit. It's like going to the moon 3 times. I thought about trying to do an external contract. What's the farthest one I could do? But that could get me into trouble. I don't. We have done a couple of long deliveries before. We've done Seattle down to Palm Coast, Florida. And I forgot what the other one was I did recently. That was kind of a long distance drive. But those can get you in trouble too. If you don't really try to get it done in a couple days, nothing is worse off than getting 4 days into a delivery in-game. And then the game updates and it resets your truck and takes your delivery away, which kind of sucks. That was our usual loan payment of $6,012. Whoa, everyone's hitting their brakes. Do I need to move over? Is that what's going on here? I think so. I think I got a spot to move over. Whoa, track IR. Don't. That's what we don't need. Gotta be something in my room. It happens every once in a while when I try to stream during the daytime. Although it is pretty dark in my room. I say pretty dark. It's not like it's pitch black in here. It needs to be pitch black. Is if I get a reflection of light behind me, my track IR thinks I've moved my head a little bit. Or it could be just my track IR system is starting to get faulty because I've had it for 10 years. And it could be like a short out wire in the system, or who knows. Oh, I should mention, because yesterday we streamed SnowRunner. And I was trying to figure out what I need to do to get ourselves that truck that's on that map. And I did a little bit of research and I found out I just have one more job I need to do. I've already done unlocking the port, and after I unlock the port it unlocks another job, and once I do that it gives me the job to go rescue the truck. I may stream SnowRunner on Sunday. Oh, sorry, not Sunday, Saturday. Tomorrow I plan to be back on Dark Forest. Yeah, once I deliver this, I'm going to double check, but I'm like 95% sure that our St. Louis garage is full. I'm not sure if I'm taking the I-40 all the way to Albuquerque or not. Didn't check. I never do check my GPS. I just take a job and follow the red line as best I can. Yeah, that guy's carrying a wheel loader as well. I think mine might be a little bit bigger than his, though. That sounds odd. I'm not trying to compare my size to his size. If I get a chance when I get to an area where I can actually do third-person driving a little bit, I'll try to do that. I'm terrible at third-person driving in ATS. But you'd think I'd be decent at it since I drive mostly third-person in Farm Sim, but one game to the next doesn't always correspond that way. Alright, just a friendly reminder, I did release an episode of Peña this morning. I think, wait, was today's episode? Yeah, I think today was the episode. I had a problem with, when I recorded it, apparently some of the audio didn't come through at the very beginning, so I had to do a time lapse at the beginning. But overall, I think it went pretty decent. I've actually already also uploaded Saturday's episode of Peña Way Station, so I'm going in. Oh, they gave me the green light. Yeah, it seems I may have a slight issue with precision farming on the Peña map. Something weird's going on there, which you will find out on the Saturday episode. Another 183 miles and we'll be in Albuquerque. Then we'll see if we can find something going into western Texas. But if I can't find nothing going to Texas, I'll have questions because I'm surprised I can get nothing from Phoenix to Texas. Hello, Skender. Welcome. Hope you're feeling better today. I have to see, what the heck was that up on the hill? If I go to photo mode. What the heck is that? I have no idea what that is supposed to be. Have no idea. So if anyone knows what that is, and we are currently, where are we here? We are in Gallup, New Mexico. If anyone knows what the heck that is, let us know, because I have no idea what that's for. Or what it's supposed to be. Not a clue. So when I get to Albuquerque, I'm going to Newmont. Hope I'm kind of driving to a construction site. I like delivering to construction sites. A Stargate. Well, I mean, I guess. I mean, we're not that far from Roswell, New Mexico, which, way back when, apparently that's where an alien ship crashed. Rumor has it. So a Stargate in Gallup, I guess, is not far out of the possibility. I think eventually I'm going to have to go north. I think Albuquerque might be north of Gallup. Seems kind of weird when I drive through New Mexico. I can remember when New Mexico came out, which we have to go all the way back to 2016 when New Mexico, I think it was the fall of 2016 when New Mexico came out. The first paid DLC state in ATS. My day so far, Skender's alright. My day is really just... Every time when I stream, my day is just barely getting going. Only been up for a couple of hours, so... But the weather's nice. A little bit of summer weather today, which is nice to have. Although I think beginning of next week it's supposed to cool back down again. Interesting colors on that building over there. Kind of reminds me of some of the paint jobs I got in my farming equipment in Farm Sim. I think I was kind of surprised. I see Albuquerque up ahead, but I'm guessing I'm going to the other side of town of Albuquerque. Since I got another 60 miles to go. That's going to kind of... I don't mind delivering outside of a city, but when I want a job to turn and burn, if I want to take a job out of Albuquerque, that means I got to drive an hour back to town. So I may have to see what this company has to offer going elsewhere. Oh, wait, I need to turn right. Almost missed that one. And then turn right again. Been so happy just cruising along, I wasn't paying any attention about having to turn off somewhere, which I should have expected since we're almost near our destination. Maybe I'm just driving around the city to get to the other side. And it's like my exit's coming up. Oh, we got a green light. Everyone just go on through. No one does any short stops. Thank you. Well, haven't been on this road before, apparently. Then again, I've only covered about 45% of the roads that I currently have loaded in. That counts coast to coast. Looks like we got an airport in front of us. Oh yeah, let me see if I can drive a little third person so you can see the wheel loader. Man, I feel so out of touch driving third person. Plus I can't really hear the engine either. Alright, gotta see where I'm going here. Oh yep, my turn's right here. Alright, where are we bringing this hunk of metal? I think I'm going to park right here for a second. Put it in neutral, park and brake. We'll get out and walk. For some reason, I think it was telling me over... Nope, that didn't try to come this way. Oh, out back here. Alright. So we just gotta drive straight, turn left. And get ourselves lined up here and just pull straight on in. Gonna ding any second now. There we go. Park and brake engine decouple. Alright, so a little bit of cash never hurt anyone. Current company job offers. You got anything going to Texas? Not yet. Amarillo. Santa Fe. Well, nothing I would like to take for a load. Well, let's see what we got in Albuquerque altogether. Anything going to Texas elsewhere? Lubbock is not too bad. Although I kind of wanted to go down to Del Rio and maybe even get on down to Laredo, even Brownsville, but I think finding something like that would be kind of shocking if I could find that. Galveston. Recreational vehicles. I mean, we could take that one from. We just passed FedEx not long ago. Yeah, let's go ahead and take that one. We'll begin that delivery. I probably got like a 20-mile drive back to the airport. All right, 11 miles. Let's go get some RVs. Away we go. Alright, so I'm not that far from the airport. That was farther than that. Maybe we'll get a better look at this big plane at the airport. Probably not, but... Actually, that might be one of the cargo planes. I know they got one in Denver where you drive the truck actually up into the plane or back up into the plane to drop off the trailer. That was a while ago I did that in the Denver airport. Turning in here. Not quite. Next one. Alright, Skender. Hopefully you feel better again tomorrow. Enjoy the meds. I don't think I've ever hauled RVs before. let me go ahead and just put on the parking brake for a second. I just want to double check. Garage manager. St. Louis is full, right? I do believe it is. Yes, it is. So we are full. Wrong button. That's the parking brake for SnowRunner. Alright, let's get on the road here. I really can't see out that passenger side too well. Hello, Panther, but I hope you're having a good Thursday. And now this load only weighs 15,000, so extremely on the light side. Not going to get there by the end of the by the time it gets dark, saying 8:20 a.m. if I were to drive straight on through, so but we're not going to drive in the dark. So we'll have to put Cindy to work later on. She'll find us a rest area, but let's get on the interstate. 987 miles is what we got to travel. So we'll try to find a rest area about 4 hours out here shortly. Wherever, you know, somewhere around 8 o'clock, but that's where I like to end the day. There goes my track IR flickering again. My guess is some sunlight is peeking through one of the windows and my track IR system is picking it up. It was supposed to be a very cloudy day today, but so far it's been nothing but sunny, it seems like. See, I think I'm merging to the right up here somewhere. I think we want to go this way. I see a lot of traffic stopped up here. Alright, so road accident, which I had nothing to do with. Alright, so the good old cruise control. Alright, so it's 5 o'clock. We got about another 3 hours-ish before it gets dark. Let's see if I can find a rest area 3 hours out. What does this one put us at? 3 hours, 34 minutes. I think that'll be fine. So that actually gets us into Texas by Amarillo. So that'll work. And then we'll see if it's raining in the morning when I get up again. At least right now it's nice and sunny out. Seems like traffic is trying to get me into an accident by merging on and slowing up way too much. We're gonna drag race, dude. I'm restricted to 65 miles an hour and you're free to, well, it's AI traffic, but I don't know. What's the speed limit here? Well, speed limit is 75 on this road. It's got planks, though. You want to deliver those planks to the Dawn region on SnowRunner? I could probably use some more planks. If you did miss it yesterday in SnowRunner, I did, at least the second half of the stream, I did deliver a huge trailer. It was a struggle getting it there, but that's part of SnowRunner, a struggle. I mean, a huge, I guess they called it a pump. And somehow I did not roll over with that trailer, but I'm thinking maybe those big trailers, maybe it's impossible to roll over those trailers. So we should be at the rest area somewhere around 8:30, I think. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Why are you slowing way up for, dude? Did he slow way up that early to let that truck on before he was even on the on-ramp? It seemed like. Good. Both of those trucks are getting off this road. Should get out in front of that truck so I don't need to move over. Yeah, got plenty of time to get past them. I was going to be the kind trucker move over so they could get on the interstate while having to stop, but don't need to. So we should see a welcome to Texas sign, and then not soon after that we should find our rest area. Top off with some diesel fuel. Then hopefully, because we still got a long ways to go, hopefully I can get to... where am I going again? Oh, Galveston. Hopefully I can get to Galveston by the end of the next day. Soon we shall see. Welcome to Texas. I think. We better. As the sun starts to set here in the south part of Texas. Well, we're not in Texas yet, but when I say the south part, I mean the southern parts of the U.S. Just waiting for that welcome to Texas sign. I'm leaving New Mexico, which means hello, Texas. I honestly have never seen a sign from a state saying that. I live up in the northeast of the U.S. I've never seen a sign that says, "You are leaving this state. Thanks for visiting," or whatever. I've seen cities post that, but never a state. Right, here is our rest area coming up. Let's see, where am I fueling up? Must be out back. One pump. $3.30 for diesel in Texas. Now, I really don't need a sleep trigger, but I think I'll just fast forward to 6 a.m. myself. I will turn off the engine because I don't think it matters, but... Alright, so set time to 6, so it should be Monday at 6 a.m. Oh, yep, I did not type in the right command. Let's try that again. Yeah, that's correct. There we go. All right, let's get back on the road. So am I going straight through? Do I have to stop at anything? I don't have a stop sign there, apparently. So I think we earned about $35,000 overnight. Did I just... I think I may have missed my on-ramp to I-40. I think I was supposed to turn there. Well, we'll take a side road. I probably could just bounce through the median there and get right on the interstate. I mean, how often would anyone take this road anyways? Hopefully there's no cops here, because I am definitely going over the speed limit. Guess you'd only take this road if you want to deliver. The heck is all the markings in the road there? Got a little nervous seeing that car pull out like that. AI traffic slowed up, and I thought they were going to go on through that light, but they stopped. Should have been this on the interstate, but I missed my turn back there at the gas station. All right, let's get back on the I-40. At least it wasn't raining when we got up. Kind of forgot about that little part. Alright, set the cruise. So we're kind of scheduled to be there. It says 20 past 6, but I'm guessing it's going to be closer to 8 o'clock, if anything. But we'll see. But we should get there today. In game. Definitely get there in the stream. But hopefully we can get there by the end of this Monday. Unless we get ourselves a detour. Even though we got a long distance to go, I got to make sure I somewhat pay attention. Well, I shouldn't say somewhat. Should always pay attention to your GPS. But for the most part, I think we'll be staying on the main road all the way through. Clouds up ahead are looking like a storm/rain type scenario. I think we're on a state highway now, not an interstate. Again, this is going to pay us $44.69 in cash. So unless some drivers bring in some good money by the end of the day, yeah, we may not have enough to buy ourselves the garage. It's been a moment since we've been through Texas. And where do I go from here? Well, I'm not sure. Didn't think that far ahead. Again with the traffic. Is there another accident up here, which I had nothing to do with? Is everyone just going to be at a standstill? This is how... I'm not really sure what's going on up here, so we're going to do this. Because even the traffic in the fast lane on the far left is stopped. See y'all later. I don't know why the traffic even in the far left lane went to a complete halt, but... I've had that issue a few times in ATS, so I knew once all the traffic stopped, I'm like, well, if I just sit here, nothing's going to happen. So you got to just either save and exit the game, come back in so traffic resets, or just drive around it. And I found it, since we had the room there, it was much easier just to drive around. Trying to see if there's anything interesting out here to see, but currently not. Oh, we got a way station coming up. They're probably going to pull me in. At least I feel like they're going to. No, they gave me the green light too. That's 2 green lights today. What is the distance from Sacramento to Florida? I mean, I have no... I mean, I have a rough idea. I mean, you're talking Sacramento, California to Florida? I mean, it's got to be 3,000 miles. I mean, I have no particular idea of how far it is from there to there, but yeah, I would say like 3,000. If you're looking for an exact number, you better Google that one, because I couldn't tell you. Track IR is still flickering a little bit. Trying to say this light up here ever going to change green? Why do cars, when they turn right like that, they get like halfway through the intersection and they just stop and then go? All because of that, I have to sit here now for this light once again. Gonna be my turn next? Probably not. No, all the cars, turning cars are next. Then it'll be our turn. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stay in your lane, dude. Mr. Greyhound bus. Yeah, I'm not sure the exact miles from Sacramento to Florida. I'm trying to remember how much it was from Seattle, Washington down to Florida. I want to say it was like 3,500 miles. So loan payment. Alright, so with the loan payment out of the way, we need to earn another $15,000 today to buy the garage. Again, they don't really need to buy the garage because I don't have enough money to put a truck in there. But we could purchase it. It's not like I'm saving the money for anything else. Kind of like what Texas is in some areas, is flat open areas. When we get to the east side of Texas, they'll get more populated, more buildings. ETA is still putting us there roughly around 640. Again, I just want to get there before it gets dark, which is, I think 9 o'clock is technically when it gets dark, but 8 o'clock is when the sun really starts to set. Train going across there. Not sure which way it's coming from because I don't remember passing it nor see it. I see a driver leveled up, so they must have brought in some cash, but I didn't see it. Do I need to stay in this lane, or what are we doing here? I think I'm going to be turning off to the left up ahead. Texarkana. Well, I know where Texarkana exactly is, but we're not going that far, I don't think. Hello, Cowboy Hat Gaming. Welcome. Hope you have a good Thursday. Don't feel like I've been through this part of Texas since Texas came out. I mean, it's the way it feels anyways. So we're headed to Galveston, Texas. For those that's maybe joining us. Got a couple of RVs that were hauling behind us. I don't know what is it, Matt. I noticed it in Farm Sim, also here in ATS. You can see in the upper right-hand corner of the windscreen, we got a hot air balloon. You don't really see many of those around anymore. Now, where I live in the fall, we do tend to see a lot of hot air balloons because people are leaf peeping, and there's a hot air balloon festival that happens in like October. But throughout the rest of the year, hot air balloons, I don't see a whole bunch of those. Seems like we're doing okay on the time. We're kind of, I think we're actually even gaining on the ETA a little bit, which is not usually what happens with external contracts. But I'm sure we might get a roadblock, a detour up ahead somewhere. This post office truck, what are you doing? Barely snuck in there. Luckily the Jeep that was behind us let me pull on in. Always fun with all these interchanges when the roads are going up over the top of one another. And you look at your GPS and you're trying to figure out exactly, do I need to make that slight turn or not? I just can't stand the voice-activated GPS. Don't like it in game. Can't stand it in real life either. But I rarely use GPS in real life, so hardly ever use GPS in real life. Come on, post office. Swear it, they're brake checking me at this point. Come on, car, get on through. Just a little over 300 miles to go. We'll get these RVs delivered. And fingers crossed, maybe we'll have enough cash to buy, I don't know, I'm trying to think of where I would want to, where do I want to buy one? Do I just want to get one in Seattle? Just work in the farthest northwest and work our way towards the East Coast? Again, talking about buying one garage in every state. And the Pacific Northwest is kind of barren for our company. I get nervous when I see the sign that says Houston. Me and Houston don't get along. Ooh, way station. Didn't see that one. I think it said I need to get off here. I saw a sign that said way station to the right, so I'm not sure if I'm going to the right spot or not. Nope, I found it. I think this one before, a long time ago, I missed this way station. My vehicle's not in perfect state. I probably got some tire wear. Man, I cannot see a darn thing. I think it looks good. In Truck Sim, looking out the passenger window and side mirror on that side never really seems to help out too much. to make sure. It is Galveston, right? Yeah, Galveston. Yeah, that post office truck might have been snail mail, the way it was driving it. Don't think I'm going through Houston to get to Galveston. Let me have a look at the map here because it said Houston this way. Yeah, I am going through Houston. I am going through Houston, so we're going right to the coast. I think there's actually a port in Galveston that I've taken before. Looks like I stopped over that rest area once before. Looks like just a rest area, no fuel pumps there. Georgia Pacific. It's like another way station up here. Come on, I just pulled into a way station. Wait, do I need to pull off there to the way station, or is the way station the next one up? Should be this one here then. How is this at a way station? How can you pull me back in? We did good at the beginning of the stream. Passed about two or three? I think 2 or 3 way stations where they gave me the green light. And now they want to pull me in every couple miles. Well, some driver just brought in enough money where we can go ahead and buy ourselves a garage. Unless I start getting drivers returning with no load. happened just that fast. That accident scene we just passed. If you don't pay attention for like about 5 seconds, you could turn around a corner. Next thing you know, you're rear-ending where an accident has happened. So still getting there roughly around the 6:30 timer, which is good. And we are down to like the last 140 miles. This might be a scenic picture. I'm not sure what this is of, but I haven't taken a picture of it yet. Stay on the road would be good. Media, photos. Nope, not gallery. No, don't want the gallery. We just want the photo. Sam Houston stat. I swear I've taken a picture of that before. Well, I have now. And I got eyewitnesses that I have. Now you can see the RVs that we're hauling. A lot of traffic behind us. Alright, so that one's marked off the list. Yep, now it's turned yellow, so that's good. Try to capture those now when we can. I want to say when I was cruising through Texas, back when Texas came out, I took a picture of that. Hello, Farmer to Bow, welcome. Hope you're having a good Thursday so far. Well, that just means we are getting ready to go through Houston. And me and Houston don't get along too well. I have taken a picture, actually a few pictures of downtown Houston, so I don't need to grab that one. So, I mean, we are just driving through Houston in a sense, but I gotta pay attention to my GPS here, because I always tend to take a wrong turn somewhere. And now my head tracker is starting to flicker around a bit because the sun is really shining outside today. It's supposed to be a cloudy day. Oh, track IR, don't start going all haywire on me now. Not when I'm driving through Houston. I think I'm going this way. Think I picked correctly. merge over here further. Trying to get back over to the middle lane, because this might be an exit only. Seeing no signs that say Galveston. Galveston, finally. Hello, Joshua. Welcome. I'm having a pretty darn good day. Hopefully you are as well. I'm excited to get out of Houston. There we go. I think we're somewhat free. Just 37 miles to go. Where am I going with this? Newmont? No, that was the last place we delivered to. Hyundai. And should see the, well, I guess now Gulf of America, or Gulf of Mexico, depending on what you're calling it nowadays. We do have enough money to buy ourselves a garage. I'm thinking maybe to just grab one out of Seattle. Our drivers should have no problem finding loads in Seattle. I got a green light. How nice of them. Has my tracking ever caused me to have accidents? Yes. That's why usually when I do my recordings for ATS, I always do them at night. But I picked to stream ATS today because when I was looking at the forecast yesterday, it was supposed to be cloudy today, and well, It's abundant sunshine out there right now. And it's been mentioned I should use like eye tracker, but eye tracker wouldn't work for me because when I read chat, well, I move my eyes to read chat, but basically be seeing this so often every time I see, you know, I'm looking over reading chat because if it's going to track my eyes, I'm looking over at my other computer screen. But I can move my eyes to read the other screen without moving my head. Let me in. Thank you. No one even in there. Is this the first time I've been here? Because this is not... I'm pretty sure I've been here. But I sure as heck don't remember where I need to go. Now I'm just looking for my drop-off point. There's my... Oh, it's over there. I see it now. Yeah, it's one of those where I gotta hug the shunter of a truck to get this in. And do I got a little bit more room here? Don't think I'm really clear on Cindy's side of the truck, but if I don't look, I won't hit nothing. I mean, that worked out pretty well. And I didn't hit nothing. Ding, 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 ding. All those extra bonuses, I guess. I didn't know we got a bonus for what level we were. I never really look at this too much anymore. Because it doesn't matter. So yes, we do have, what are we up to? 166,000. Let's do Garage Manager. Map View. Garage Purchase. So yeah, up here in the Northwest, we don't really have anything. So I think we just get one in Seattle. Yeah, pretty vacant up here. I would like to space them out, though. So if I get one in Seattle, Portland would be a good one. So Seattle, then maybe Portland. Where's Boise, probably, for Idaho? Missoula may not be a bad one. Actually, Billings might be a good one for Montana. Probably Cheyenne for Wyoming because they're not too far from Denver. But let's go ahead and look at the garage in Seattle. Should be 150,000 for this. Yes. All right, so we got I saw sunshine in chat. We got ourselves a Seattle garage, so now we just save up to buy trucks for that. So that would take, I don't know, a few more days to do so. It is nighttime here. Ooh. Let me have a look at the map. Let me drive back to here. Because being 7 o'clock at night, I think it's just best just to go fuel up and maybe get ourselves a rest area. Oh, there goes my track IR. Yep, the sun is really shining through. Even though I got all my blinds shut right now, it's peeking through somewhere. Can I sneak through here? I don't know if this is a... I might hit an invisible wall here somewhere. I'm not too sure. Galveston Port. Oh, it's really making my track IR go haywire. And here we are, I think. At least this one's got a couple of pumps. I'm not sure where the rest area is, but I'm guessing probably where that truck is. Don't see anything behind us. And it must be right here is the rest area. It is. That'll work. That will work. So yeah, we got ourselves a Seattle garage, and next thing we'll be doing is getting ourselves some more trucks and drivers. You can see where all of our drivers are currently. Anyone up in the Northeast? Probably not too much. Actually, we got Lucas is up there. He's going from Port Angeles down to Little Rock, Arkansas. So he's going from Port Angeles, which is way up here, and he's going all the way down to Little Rock. And that is right there. That's where he's going to. He's got a long haul. Oh, we got a couple drivers going up to Holton. He went from Denver to Holton. There's Holton. And, well, Denver's way the heck over here. So when they get those deliveries done, that's going to be some good payments right there. And Bob was asking about Sacramento. Sacramento's here somewhere. Gosh darn it. Where is it? Stockton, Sacramento. Bob was asking about Sacramento all the way down to Florida. But I want to say, I mean, depends on where you're going in Florida, but I want to say it's roughly about 3,000, give or take. But I think that's where I'm gonna call it there for today. Couple reasons. One, Track IR is kind of acting a little funky, and I'm actually surprised it didn't cause me any accidents today. Driving around, the sun just keeps popping out where I'm in. We're supposed to be cloudy and rainy this afternoon, but that hasn't happened yet. And with the weather this good, I'd like to actually get outside, and I need to do some real yard work. I need to mow my lawn a little bit more. I tried mowing a couple days ago. We've had so much rain last week that half of my lawn is kind of like a swamp still. Yeah, we had some flood issues here over the past weekend, and hopefully I can get the rest of my lawn kind of mowed. So I think I'm going to head outside and get that done. But I will be back tomorrow streaming on Dark Forest, the final chapter for Farming Simulator 25. We got a corn harvest and some tree cutting to do. Surprise, surprise, tree cutting on a forestry map. I did release an episode of Penye for Farm Sim 25 earlier today. Also, if you are a channel member, then you have access to the Transport Fever episode that comes out tomorrow. Also, you have access to the Saturday episode of Penye. Yeah, that should already be posted as well. But yeah, I'm going to jump out of here. Appreciate you guys showing up for a little ATS today. And yeah, we went from Phoenix, Arizona. We're down to Galveston, Texas. So we got some miles under our belt, and we got ourselves another garage for the books. But again, appreciate everyone being here. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and hope you have a good Friday. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow. But until then, have a good one.